Alright, y'all, welcome on back. I've
Hello,
made it down
all.
here to Agent Miller's place. You know what, while I'm here, there is a thing I can potentially check out. Looks like it's in here, maybe?
For outcasts like Richard, those who feel exiled from others who can know.
Might as well go on and grab shit in here. Ah.
No troubles, yes?
Let's...
Hello.
Hello.
Of course it's easier. That's what the practice policy is, right?
Well, it looks like it's probably something in here.
Refrain from doing that.
Maybe something in here?
News, the global leader in fair, unbiased, and impartial reporting. And now for a close look at the events making headlines around the world. Here are our top
I don't think anyone's here.
investors around the world.
Hey there. You looking for a new stereo system?
I don't really get much time to listen to music.
How about movies? You like movies? Or maybe you got other interests?
What do you mean by other interests?
Well, I figure a man like you...
You're not.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, might as well go
Sure.
on and pick up. So I've already talked to this guy up top. I know where I am.
The blade's defenses, despite an almost astronomical number of attempts.
Шílenec.
Between you and me, folks,
Now, this is a point of interest. Eh. Not like I'm really going to be going out of my way to find each and every point of interest anyway, so cock it. I'm outie.
You know exactly what you need to do.
Sure.
The collective mind is broken. Nothing prepared us.
Alright, enough fucking about. Let's go investigate Detective Miller.
Netuším, o čem mluvíš.
Alright, what floor you want me to go to? 3. One. 3. I'm on the wrong side. Fuck. Okay. Out to me way, motherfuckers! Probably already broke into the room already. Huh? Was it on the right side? Yeah, I'm just confused. Oh, nah. Don't mind me, excuse me, pardon me, coming through. It was this side. And I did already break in. Okay, what the fuck?
Welcome home. Oh,
I am horribly lost. Move it. This goddamn
Alex,
place.
I'm
Here
in
we go.
Miller's apartment. The man keeps a tight ship.
What do you expect? He's former SAS. Military life will make a neat freak out of anyone. If he's got secrets in there, Adam, they'll be well hidden.
Everyone's got to tell. I just need to know more about him to understand his.
Oh, you mean like this punching bag I already figured out?
I think I got something, Alex. Miller's NSN access card. He must have left it behind when he logged into his second computer.
His second computer? Anything incriminating on it?
Haven't checked it yet. But I'm starting to think the only way we'll learn more is by hearing all of that NSN conversation.
Shit, man, that's risky. But we may have to.
Why? You find something on VersaLife?
It ain't good. Meet me in the small courtyard near TF-29. I'll explain.
Alright. TF-29, eh? Geronimo.
That it? Enough when he was just drugs.
What is that?
can't defend against that kind of thing.
Send me back in here again, huh?
Alex, you here?
Hey, thanks for being quick. Didn't want to be seen hanging around by myself for too long in case you got held up.
I can be a gentleman, sometimes. You said you got something on VersaLife.
Yeah, a couple of months back, a research assistant was found dead in the Roca Seca beach facility. Special Projects Division. She was poisoned, just like Rucker.
She. You got her name?
Anik Norstad. Why? You know somebody there?
Doesn't matter. Forget it.
I can't stand VersaLife, Adam. Back when I was flying for Bell Tower in Panama, I stumbled into deep shit with them. They're the reason I've got a target on my back. They told my bosses to kill me.
If they're involved in this, we'll get them. We just need to know what this is.
There you go.
Rucker gave me this before he died. Said it could prove ARC is being set up. The email on it reads like activation orders to me.
Where'd he get it? Whose is it?
I've got a suspect in mind, but nothing to prove it. Until I do, can you get Janus or one of your Juggernaut friends to backtrace the IP address?
Yeah, man, no problem. Listen, about VersaLife. The information we found on Norstad was buried deep. No police report, no autopsy. Just a footnote on an insurance claim, calling it an industrial accident.
She was working with dangerous pathogens, wasn't she?
Supposedly. Janus thinks there's more to it. He's the one who found the report. Said it was off.
Off how?
Lots of blank spaces and missing details. Didn't really go into it.
And you didn't think to ask, did you?
Are you saying I fucked up?
No, not at all. You just seem to put a lot of faith in Janus's opinion, that's all.
Janus changed my identity, gave me purpose again after VersaLife ruined everything for me. He helped me see things I'd never seen before.
Like what?
Like how some conspiracy theories aren't far from the truth. After Panama, I didn't believe any of that shit Picus News kept spinning about the incident. About what caused the incident. Then things got real bad for us Augmented, and Janus gave me a chance to set it right.
By going after the men in the shadows.
By working with you. I keep thinking about what you said, about framing ARC for a break-in that makes them look like terrorists. A VersaLife researcher shows up dead, poisoned just like Rucker? Are we talking bioweapons here?
Miller's access card might help us find out.
How? I don't follow you.
NSN exchanges are stored in the system's cloud memory. If I log in as Miller using his access card, I might be able to play back more of that conversation he had with the bosses.
Shit, Adam, this isn't like planting a bug. You have to actually use the chair. For a while. If anyone catches you.
It's a risk I'm willing to take.
Your call. But I want to be plugged in and listening the whole time you're in there. Just be careful, man. Call me when you've accessed the machine.
Simple enough. Whee!
Oh, shit.
Yep, 2 Praxits available.
What is it?
Quite
Yes,
curious, again, like I said, quite curious to see how many Praxis I'm gonna have extra by the end of this.
Užíváte si vyhlídku.
How do?
Make the best of it, he says.
What, you don't want somebody to fall down a 200-foot hole? They're no fun.
Hey, Adam. I
Hey.
heard about Rucker. That's terrible, Adam. He was our standard bearer. What direction will the movement take now?
I don't know. I spoke to Miller as he was leaving. Told me he was going to G.A.R.M City to talk to the state police.
Damn, I hope he has better luck than you and Smiley did. Because if you think that Prague is bad now, imagine what'll happen if reaction to Rucker's death gets violent.
I'd rather not.
Yeah, FUBAR is what'll happen. What a week. And meanwhile, I'm going crazy waiting for Dr. Ozen to get back to me with my test results.
How did it go with Dr. Ozen? She ran some tests?
I swear to God, Adam. These tests they give me are more stressful than being in the field. When I'm out there, I have immediate feedback every second. And when you're doing these tests, they just stare at you and take notes. I don't like it.
Nobody does. When do you get the results?
Dr. Ozen didn't say. I don't know, hopefully in a day or two.
Try and stay positive.
Always.
So what do you think of our new doctor?
What do you mean?
I just wonder what she's really doing here.
Things are heating up here in Prague. We can use all the help we can get. I'd be worried if Interpol didn't send a psychologist. Besides, I spoke to her for an hour. I like her.
It just seems suspicious to me, that's all. We've never needed a psychologist before. Who's she watching?
Come on, Adam. You keep talking like that, and Chang's gonna change all the locks again. There are 87 agents in Prague, and I just finished handing out the new keycards.
Speaking of Chang, I should probably go on
Okay.
and check
Talk
on
to you
him
later.
too. Fun fact about the word FUBAR, by the way, y'all. There's a little story from back when I was in high school. One of the teachers I had, a English teacher, Miss Morgan, I think was her name, really had it out for me. She probably had it out for me for the from the time that I had
I don't know. I got a bad
what's it
feeling
called?
about this.
Had her as my math teacher. Howdy. And eventually, one of my papers, she came back and straight up
Someone's hacking
accused
into the
me
server and reading our
of
email.
It's got to be Director Miller. He's got access to all our communications for
straight up
security
accused me of plagiarizing it because I used FUBAR. The word FUBAR. Now that's all well and good, except one, I didn't fucking plagiarize it, and two, the way she put it was over the top, demeaning over intelligence. She said, "I do not believe that you wrote this. as I doubt you even know what foobar means.
The reason we have to speculate so much is
Of
that
course,
they don't
I
tell us their plans.
straight say, yeah, as a matter of fact I do. I had a father that was in the military and loved using that one specific word. Oh yeah, then if you know what it means, then what does it mean? Fucked up beyond all recognition.
I don't have a good feeling.
I got detention, but hey, she asked me for what it meant, and that's what it means.
To be in G.A.R.M City.
He told me as long as
Wish I had been recording that conversation, but this was back in the time before phones had a record function. Hey, Chang!
Thanks for taking care of those conspiracy nuts, Jensen. Man, the thought of someone knowing where we are, I mean, I'm supposed to be digging into this Janus hacking collective, but I can't do that if I keep looking over my shoulder, waiting for the next bomb to go off.
Any progress on Janus?
Why? What have you heard?
Don't get jumpy. Just curious.
Janus has officially hacked into my sleep. I wake up trying to figure out who's tracking who. Sometimes I think I'm this close, and then nothing. But I am starting to learn one thing.
And what's that?
The less I talk about how it's going, the better it seems to be going.
How did you get started here exactly?
Miller came to me in prison. Helping him set up a cybercrimes unit was my way out.
That's a pretty good deal.
Sure, if you're looking to exchange one set of impenetrable walls for another. At least in prison, I didn't owe anyone anything. Here, I don't know. They do a good job of reminding me that I have a lot to be grateful for.
You saying they hired you because they knew you wouldn't ask questions?
No. Maybe. Look, I do ask questions. A lot of questions. Just not always out loud.
You were brought in specifically to track down Janus. You ever work with them in the past?
I'm not one for collective ideals. Chang looks out for Chang. Sometimes our routes ran parallel. Ships in the night kind of deal.
Is the collective as big a threat as people say?
People like to romanticize these kinds of hacktivist organizations.
But you don't see it that way.
They're anonymous, powerful, and convinced they have a stranglehold on what's right and wrong. In my opinion, that makes them very dangerous.
Get some sleep, Chang. You sound like you can use it.
Now, for Miss Morgan, I'm
careful out there.
willing to bet her main problem with me was how much quote-unquote grief I gave her back in the previous year when she was my math teacher. As when she was my math teacher, one thing that she would always get on my case about, and I would never receive quote-unquote punishment for, is the fact that I never studied. And I will never study. Because why do I need to study for something I've already got a good enough grasp on that I'm going to pass anyways? I was 100% a minimum effort kind of guy when it came to high school work. Well, school work in general. Why put in the extra effort for shit that I am not going to be
maintenance or something?
Using for pretty much the rest of my life?
For this?
Yes.
Help you with something, Jensen?
I heard you were on point looking into the gold mask mercs from Dubai. How's that going?
You should be more concerned with your own investigation, mate. Especially now that you've evaporated your only fucking lead.
You got something you want to say to me?
Your orders was to bring Rucker in alive, so we could sweat him for the bombings. That's not gonna happen now, is it? What happened? You get a taste for blood in 27?
You know, your ignorance is exceeded only by your charm, McCready.
Is that a fact? You think you know me?
I'm starting to get a pretty good picture of your type, yeah.
You don't know shit.
I could say the same about you.
Look, I've got work to do, Jensen, so if you don't mind...
Why do you have such a problem with me, McCready? You don't even know me.
Oh, I think I do. I've worked with your type before. You roll into barracks with your solid-state muscle, think you're more capable than the rest of us slobs.
You afraid of being replaced?
Please, mate. They broke the fucking mold when they made me. Besides, I think it's been proven that there's no substitute for good old-fashioned organic clockworks. So, again, if you don't mind, I have work to do.
So no all can ever live down the incident, is that it?
Is this meant to be an interrogation, Mr. Shit-Hot ex-cop? because you're dancing on my last fucking nerve.
You afraid it's gonna happen again?
Listen, Frankenstein, I lost 3 men. Good men, because one of you fucking robots had his switch. I warned you about pushing it, didn't I? Still, that was unprofessional. Look.
We all lost something during the incident, some more than others. But the people responsible are still out there, and they need to answer for what they did. I'm not asking you to be friends, but we can't stop them as enemies.
Mismatched tools, bound by a common goal. Is that it?
Something like that, yeah.
Hell, maybe that is all we need. Suppose we just let time tell.
Right. I'll see you around, McCready.
Sure.
Well, we'll continue this next time. See you soon. Cheers.